good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Guys, I really want to talk to you brothers about ex-girlfriends and baby mamas. And I talk about that quite regularly on the show because a lot of African American men can align with this, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship with a woman that doesn't work out. And it really aligns with you if you're a really good guy, successful guy, hard-working guy. A lot of times women can take, in our community, for granted, guys like that. You know, they tend to believe that they're very beautiful and they're pretty, and opportunities arise all the time. And I think that what the issue is that many women, especially in Black America, they, confuse or conflate the idea that, well, guys are interested in me and they like my photos on Instagram. Well, then they like me and want to be with me. Now, guys may tell them that. That doesn't make it true, okay? And in her prime, and Apryl Jones is still a good-looking woman, she was dating Omarion. Had 2 kids by Omarion. You know, Omarion was a highly sought-after man, still is. Had a lot of money. But for whatever reason, that relationship ended. Apryl Jones took to the media, blaming Omarion for the issues. Omarion didn't really say anything about it. She ended up then with his friend, okay? I forgot what the guy's name is, but that one dude, Little Fizz, that ended in like 30 minutes. And then, it was then still blaming Omarion, right? But then sometimes you get lucky. And Dr. Dre was interested, it appears, for sometimes dating Apryl Jones. She was hanging out at his, mansion and stuff. Obviously going out, they were holding hands. But it seems like Apryl Jones has found her way out of that relationship too. And who is Apryl Jones dating now? A Chinese basketball player by the name of Eric Moreland. All right. And he posted her. Again, I don't know who Eric Moreland is. I don't have any problems with the brother. But he's in the CBA. He's 29 years old. He played at Oregon State. He was with the Sacramento Kings for some years. But then the Detroit Pistons, and then the Phoenix Suns, and the Toronto Raptors. And, he's pretty much been, at best, a D-League player. The most points he's ever averaged in 1 year, 2.1 points. Okay? That's Mr. Eric Moreland. Okay? Now he's playing for the Shanghai Sharks, and this is where she's at now. So let's go back to timeline. She went from Omarion, Little Fizz, Dr. Dre, to a Chinese Basketball Association player. Now, I don't know how much money he makes. Probably has some money. But if we want to be honest, if you want to talk about Apryl Jones' opportunities as she gets older, it's on the decline. Don't believe me? Who did Trina just marry? Trina just married a guy 17 years younger than her, has no real accomplishments. Don't believe me? Let's look at Amber Rose. As she got older, she had Kanye West. Okay? Then she had the brother from Pittsburgh, the one rapper, I forgot what his name is. All right? Then she ended up with the other brother from Atlanta. All right? 21 Savage. Okay? And now she's with this guy, Alexander Edwards. All right? This is who she was with. And Amber Rose has never been the same. All right? Just falling off. Wiz Khalifa was his brother's name from Pittsburgh. So, as we see here, Apryl Jones, Amber Rose, Trina, as these ladies get older, the opportunities get less and less. But despite all of this, they want to contend. If you were to ask them, who's the problems in these relationships, it will be the men. But the issue is that guys that have money don't want to put up with a lot of unaccountability. Like, that's what's not being said right now in these YouTube streets, or what's not being said in these tabloids and blogs. See, because Dr. Dre is not going to come out and tell you why he dumps people. All right? 21 Savage ain't going to come out and tell you why he dumps people. Okay? Because you can't handle the truth. All right? These guys that have money and are successful, if they come out and tell people why they dump these ladies, it will be like hate speech. You know, guys they'll be mad. But see, the reality is, the higher that you go up, the quicker you are to be dropped. And wherever you fall to where you fall. And where you fall is a direct reflection of where you at. And people are clowning her. Because how did you mess up the bag with Dr. Dre? But do you know something, guys? People, no matter what opportunities they get, they always find a reason to mess it up. Okay? Apryl Jones had a good opportunity to deal with Dr. Dre, a guy that's a little bit older, a guy that's slowing down. Guess what? She ended up messing that up too. Look where she at now. Eric Moreland. You went from the top producer in the game to the brother that's the 13th again on the bench. I mean, this guy be on the bench, eating tacos during the game and stuff. He already know he ain't even gonna get in. The only time he get in is during the layup drills. All right. The last time he started the game was in high school. You're down to a nobody. And I'm not being mean to the guy, but it's the same thing with Keisha Cole. Okay? Keisha Cole couldn't get nobody. That's why she was dealing with Nico Kale, a dude that was younger to be her son, a guy that was like 5'2", not hating on his height. Couldn't get nobody. Why? It's because of them. It ain't their looks. Guys just don't want to put up with them. And see, that's what needs to be told more often than not. Black men got to come out and start telling people, why you don't want to deal with the shit? Just tell them. Hey, this unaccountable attitude, you're problematic. All right? You're making life hard for me. And because of your actions, I can't deal with you. It's always like when we let somebody go, we can't tell nobody else because people get upset. But see, it doesn't matter because they're going to get dumped anyway. Just like Apryl Jones got dumped. All right? Dumped. And you had no other opportunities. And then when you get dumped by a guy that is really successful, and I'm not saying that money makes everything because it doesn't, right? But obviously, this lady is dealing with nothing but athletes all the time. She's dealing with guys that have money all the time. So I'm gonna use this as a measuring stick. How do you go from Dr. Dre to the backup center for the Shanghai Sharks? Whose fault is that? How do you go from weaving and sandling and struggling back to this guy? Next thing you know, you'll be dating me. A broke YouTuber. Do you want that for yourself, Apryl Jones? That's what's next. And the funny thing is, that's what's next for a lot of them. Because they lose the game that they're playing. I just don't understand. If I'm going to play a game, I got to win at the end. I can't play a game and then lose the game that I started playing. And you see a lot of chicks out here right now just playing a game that they're losing. Playing a game that they're losing. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Why play a game that you lose in the end? I just don't get it. But guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment to the top. Check out the Black Men Perf t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I am out.